Wait. I'm on to you.
Excuse me?
Your crazy-ass knife-slashing two-step in the alley. You were right. You said the killer had previous experience. He did.
Oh. Really?
Masuko lifted a print from the alley that matched the kid from juvie. Cut up a victim 5 years ago. Same knife technique. We just grabbed him at Flamingo Park.
Great work, Sergeant.
Yeah. Your instincts were dead on. They're always dead on when it comes to killers. Why is that?
I'll just go get that report.
I'm watching you. We traced the name and social of Rudy Cooper to a New Jersey plumber who mysteriously died in '98.
You gotta be kidding me. After all this, we still don't have an ID on this guy?
Rudy isn't his real name.
You trying to be smart?
Not trying, no.
If you fucking know his name, you better...
Whatever it is going on between you two, it ends now.
Any headache? Dizziness?
I'm fine. I just want to go home.
Afraid we have to transport you to the hospital. Standard procedure.
You're saying Rudy called you? Why would he do that?
I think he wanted me to try to talk him down. He said he was having second thoughts about killing Deb. He seemed to feel like we have some kind of connection.
He's not the only one.
He said he'd kill Deb if I didn't show up alone.
Well, you almost fucking got her killed. I'm gonna request an immediate suspension when we get back to the station.
You know what?
Morgan, you shouldn't be out here.
Are you questioning Dexter?
Morgan.
Back the fuck off my brother! He just saved my life! He's a fucking hero! I want each of you to treat him that way, god damn it!
The reality is there's nobody left alive who can handle my truth. Doakes always sensed I was hiding something. Now he knows. My devil danced with his demon, and the fiddler's tune is far from over.
Dude, just bowl a strike so we can go have some fun at the strip clubs.
I want to see a real 7-10 split.
I wish I could have fun. With Doakes tailing me, my life's been all Jekyll and no Hyde. No moonlit play dates, no late-night social calls, not one. My brother would be so disappointed.
Don't forget, tell the universe what you need.
I really need to kill somebody.
Did you even take my advice, Socio? I'm telling you, the universe can be very generous.
It certainly can. I mean, sure, he's a heinous killer, but he also bumps into walls. Hey, Sergeant. Thanks for supporting the bowling team.
Fuck you. Where's my blood report on the Maynard victim? So what's that, a titty site?
Oops, caught me.
Bullshit. What the hell were you really doing in here?
The tits are right there.
Yeah. But in 10 years, you've never rented a single porn title.
Huh. How would you know? Call me an office crazy, but your humbling interest in my personal life could be misinterpreted as harassment in some circles.
So report me.
I could think of easier solutions.
Nice tits.
ahead of schedule.
That's right, motherfucker. It's over.
How'd you find me?
GPS tap on your boat. Jesus Christ, Morgan. Jesus fucking Christ, you're the Bay Harbor Butcher.
I really hate that name.
Jesus Christ, man.
You said that.
I always knew there was something with you. But this shit?
What can I say? You were right about me. I never held it against you. I don't now.
My buddies thought I was crazy for becoming a cop. I had skills. I could have written my own ticket. And lately, I thought they might have been right, but this... this makes it all worth it.
I'm happy for you.
Shut the fuck up. Let's get this over with. Put them on. Morgan, you're done. All right. Nice and slow. Back the fuck off, Morgan.
Just following your lead.
Slow down. You're gonna have to kill me, Morgan! You're gonna have to fucking kill me, Morgan!
We'll find whoever did this awful thing. I need everyone in every department up to speed on what we're doing while I review your files and put our task force together. So let's get a jump start on the Bay Harbor Butcher, a moniker which, by the way, repulses me.
Well, we have something in common.
Just got a major break in the investigation. Patrol called in. Found some guy saying he escaped the Bay Harbor Butcher. Claimed he was captured a couple hours ago.
Well, that's a neat trick, considering I was asleep. At least trying to sleep. This could be good news for me.
Morgan.
Yes.
The other Morgan. I'd like you to join us, if you can spare him.
That's fine with me.
Is there blood?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
But what about Masuka?
Yeah, I'm the lead forensics investigator.
Masuka's lab work is more pressing. I need him to hold down the fort here at the station.
He totally saw the shemale stuff.
So what do you say? I'll buy you lunch after. Pork sandwich, right?
Yes, sure.
Good. I figured it was time to get a fresh perspective on the case. Rumor has it you have a knack for tracking serial killers.
I hear the same about you.
Dexter also enjoys long walks on the beach and foreign films.
Then we've got a lot to talk about.
If you were the Bay Harbor Butcher, would you use a place like this?
Actually, yes. Location-wise, it's not a bad choice. It's quiet, remote. Use an upgrade in the lighting department, but...
So you think this is our guy?
Not exactly. From what I understand, the conditions in this space don't support his MO. It's filthy, for one thing.
Butcher's clean. Orderly. And some people would say compulsive.
Really? You think he's compulsive?
This doesn't fit either. A hatchet is sloppy. The butcher uses precise surgical instruments.
Well, he's not that predictable. Is he? Mixes it up, different tools every time.
But never rope. He uses duct tape and plastic wrap.
Plastic wrap, how can you tell?
Depression patterns in the skin. Maybe the butcher's having an identity crisis.
It's entirely possible.
But not likely. My guess is we're looking for a vigilante inspired by the butcher's principles. Bet he never thought he'd be a role model.
I bet you're right. So, Any new leads on the real guy?
Not yet. We're hoping the cameras will turn something up.
Cameras?
In the marinas. Put them in a couple of days ago to monitor for suspicious activities. Good news for all those cops who keep boats at Coral Cove. You've got one too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been needing a security upgrade for a long time now. Has Lundy seen me on the tape? Is that why he invited me along today? To mess with me? You wanted to...
Morgan, come in. Can I offer you some tea?
No, thank you. And he pours it anyway. He's trying to throw me off balance, show that I don't have the power to say no to him.
How about some sesame crackers to go with that?
So I'll say yes to everything. I'd love some.
Oh, sorry. Guess I ate them all.
Asshole.
So, you worked firsthand on what? 4 of the cases related to the Bay Harbor investigation?
I believe so.
So, the Rodrigo case. Let's talk about that one.
Okay.
Kind of blew it, didn't you?
Sorry?
Anthony Rodrigo, crack dealer with an apparent habit of killing people who got in his way. I believe this was, yes, Doakes and Batista's case. They finally tied Rodrigo to one of his victims, built a solid manslaughter case. Would have got him off the street for a few years. But the case largely rested on the blood work that you did. Blood work that in the course of the trial was proven to be, well, wrong. So you, one of the most cautious and precise forensic specialists I've had the pleasure to work with, you performed blood work that directly led to Rodrigo walking free. I asked myself, how the hell did that happen?
And did you answer Dexter blew the case on purpose so that he could get Rodrigo off the streets for good with a cordless reciprocating saw? Sorry, you've caught me off guard here.
Sloppy blood work.
You know how it is. The defense attorneys bring in their so-called blood experts to counter everything I say.
I'm familiar with the process.
And I understand how this may look like sloppy blood work to the layman. That's what Rodrigo's defense convinced the jury of. But as you can see, the low-velocity blood drops clearly point in a direction opposite to that in which we know Rodrigo to have fled, which makes it impossible.
Except those low-velocity drops were revealed to actually be 90-degree passive drops that were given tails due to the angle of the floor.
Perhaps, but if you then examine the blood trail...
Which we know isn't a blood trail, but projected blood. You're not winning me over here, Morgan.
The truth?
By all means.
I was overworked. I was carrying half a dozen cases at once. It was a heat wave. It means a spike in homicides. This one got pushed aside. I didn't write up my summary until an hour before the trial. I obviously overlooked a few things.
A murderer walked free because you were overworked.
Yes. This is Dexter Morgan, 3319 Meadow Lane.
What is your emergency?
I just got home and found my wife dead in the bathtub.
What is this?
The 911 call Dexter made. Listen.
I just got home and found my wife dead in the bathtub.
Did you say your wife is dead?
Yes, I did. She has an approximately 1-inch incision midway up her right thigh, dissecting the femoral artery.
Right, that's enough. He obviously is in shock.
Midway up her right thigh, dissecting her femoral artery.
Habit of precision.
His wife just died. He's submitting a lab report. Seriously, the next door neighbor, the guy with the, forehead, he was more broken up about Rita than Dexter was.
So
it's weird, that's all.
What are we working on here?
Not Rita. It's Dexter's 911 call.
Did you hear me or not? I said the case is with the FBI now.
How's your brother?
You know,
I heard the FBI interview went well. I mean, that must be a load off.
why would that be a load off?
Nothing. Never mind.
They're looking for someone named Kyle Butler, who's a friend of Arthur Mitchell's. They think if they can find him, then he can lead them to Mitchell.
But they can't find him.
Well, not yet. They're having sketches done. They're trying to get a positive ID.
Kyle Butler. Why does that name sound so familiar?
Well, that's the weird thing. We worked that case, remember? A dead Kyle Butler.
Right, he got his head smashed in. One unsolved. Any connection?
I don't know. I'm sure the FBI will find a way to fuck it up.
Justin Bieber. Not that I know who that is.
Jonah? Hey, don't be afraid. I'm a cop, Miami Metro.
Do I know you?
I think I know who Kyle Butler is. Do you recognize this man?
What do you want to know?
Is this Kyle Butler?
Hey, back away! Back away!
I'm a cop. It's okay.
Keep your hands where I can fucking see him and shut the hell up. Jonah, go to the car now. Turn around. Yeah?
Might have a job for you.
Really? And what would that be?
Looking into someone.
Who?
Guy I work with. Interested?
I don't know if I should be, considering who's sitting in front of me making the offer.
What are you talking about? Have I ever fucked you over?
No, but LaGuerta just taught me there's always a first time. Look, Quinn, you fuck with the bull, you get the horn. You understand?
Yeah. Do you?
You got a name?
Dexter Morgan.
Dexter? The fuck kind of name is Dexter? Well, your boy's squeaky clean on paper. He's only been out of the country once, Paris, pays his bills on time, keeps to himself. I tell you, it's all too neat and a little too phony. You see drug dealers with the very same profiles all the time.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I mean, what's he hide?
Hey, you, come here. Should you make sure this gets loud? Thanks. Hey, does our forensics team ever take blood slides at crime scenes?
No. If any of the evidence is transportable, we bag it. Otherwise, if it's blood, we absorb it into cotton squares, then we bag it.
I see.
Only one person who ever worked at Miami Metro ever took blood slides.
And that was?
Sergeant Doakes. And that was only because of his side gig as the Bay Harbor butcher.
Right. Of course, Sergeant Doakes. Thank you. I had my last 2 interviews yesterday. You know, with the families of the missing persons who I thought could have been victims of the Bay Harbor butcher.
And? Any leads?
Not a one.
It's frustrating.
So, I started looking into open cases. I figure a lot of homicide suspects vanish into thin air. What if the butcher took some of them out?
That's good thinking. Did you find anything?
Maybe. Remember the Barrel Girls?
A swamp full of blondes and barrels, all of them raped, electrocuted, and embalmed. How could I forget it?
All 5 suspects, including self-help guru Jordan Chase, went missing before we could build a case against them.
You're thinking the butcher could have killed them? There were 2 vigilante killers.
Maybe he took on an accomplice. One of the victims who was looking for justice. I know it's a reach, but it's possible.
Not this guy. This one either. Dexter Morgan. This guy had a slip.
Had? Meaning he doesn't have one anymore?
No, he moved a few years back. I remember because it was odd. He had 8 months to go on his lease.
When exactly did he move?
May 2007.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I followed up on all the names you identified on my list.
Yes, the list of suspicious police employees who own boats.
Yes, they were all dead ends, all except for Dexter Morgan, who conveniently moved his boat right when we were closing in on his marina during the official Bay Harbor Butcher investigation.
You really think Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher?
It's worth looking into.
No, it's a waste of time. Now look, you have to start thinking logically. If Doakes really wasn't the Bay Harbor Butcher, then that means that somebody probably framed him.
Right.
Which means that same person probably killed him, most likely the real Bay Harbor Butcher. So, best thing to do is to look into Doakes' final days.
We should start with the cabin in the Everglades, where Doakes died.
Makes sense. First, let's eat.
Okay.
Juan Alonso? I'm Captain Maria LaGuerta from Miami Metro Homicide. This is Thomas Matthews.
What do you want?
Were you the owner of this property back in 2007? And did you rent it at that time to a James Doakes?
The Bay Harbor Butcher. Oh, no. I told the cops back then I had nothing to do with that.
And how did Mr. Doakes come to be staying here?
Hell if I know. I rented the place to Santos Jimenez.
Jimenez?
Some kind of Colombian drug guy. Not that I knew at the time. I would never rent to a criminal.
Of course not.
Now, why does that sound so familiar? Now, I know why the name Santos Jimenez rang a bell. He wasn't just a drug runner. He was one of the 3 men responsible for killing Dexter Morgan's biological mother, Laura Moser.
Moser?
Yeah. Some drug lord put a hit on her because he found out that she was Harry Morgan's CI. She was butchered by Jimenez with a chainsaw, right in front of Dexter and his brother Brian.
Brian Moser? The ice truck killer, that was Dexter's brother?
Yeah.
So, that means that Dexter watched his mother get chopped up, just like the Bay Harbor Butcher chopped up his victims?
So what are you saying?
Where's Jimenez now?
He disappeared.
Murdered by the Bay Harbor Butcher?
Maybe.
So who was more likely to want Jimenez dead? Doakes or Dexter?
Now, come on, Maria.
No, Tom. We can't ignore the facts. The Bay Harbor Butcher took blood slides from his victims. Dexter is a blood spatter analyst, and Doakes always thought there was something off about Dexter. What if Doakes was onto him? Jesus, what if Dexter is the real Bay Harbor Butcher?
What if he isn't?
I'm gonna go question him.
No, you're not gonna do that. No, I don't think you're right about this.
Trust me. I hope I'm not.
But if somebody's gonna talk to Dexter, it's gonna be me. I've known him since he was a kid. He trusts me. What's more, I'm a lot less likely to fuck it up.
What the hell's going on?
Jesus, LaGuerta arrested Morgan.
I'll call you later. Maria, what are you doing?
Out of my way, Angel.
Why is Dexter in handcuffs?
I have proof he's the Bay Harbor Butcher.
Doakes is the Bay Harbor Butcher. Have you lost your mind? Dexter, what is this?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
She thinks that your brother's the Bay Harbor butcher. How is that even possible?
It's not. Williams, take those things off his fucking wrist right now.
Leave those.
Maria, what are you doing?
Stand down, Lieutenant. Dexter's my prisoner, your family. You need to recuse yourself. Let's go.
Angel.
I'm on it.
Just so we're clear then. Your official statement is that you went fishing last night and then went straight home to be with your son.
I didn't kill Hector Estrada.
No. You didn't cut his body into pieces and put it into bags, take it on your boat, and then throw it into the ocean?
Why would I do that?
Because Hector Estrada butchered your mother in front of you. So how about you start telling me the truth?
I'm not the Bay Harbor butcher.
He's answered all of your questions. You got nothing here, Maria.
Not all my questions. These are from my phone last night, and that's you carrying plastic garbage bags onto your boat.
It was ice to keep any fish I caught cold. My cooler broke.
But earlier today you said you didn't catch anything. What was in the bag? It was a shirt with Hector Estrada's blood on it and his wallet. You killed him. You killed him like you killed all your other victims. Admit it. You're the Bay Harbor butcher.
Dexter, don't say another word.
That's enough, Sergeant.
I was throwing away my dinner. It's a bag from Franco's. You can check. Angel, you gotta believe me.
You framed Doakes after I defended you against him. You betrayed me, this department, everybody around you.
Is that what this is about? Your desperate need to believe that James Doakes you knew, or thought you knew, wasn't a cold-blooded killer.
You don't have the right to speak his name.
You're so hurt, angry, scared.
He's dead because of you.
You were his partner, his lieutenant, his lover. But if you couldn't see what was right in front of your eyes, what does that say about you?
I swear to God, Dexter, I'm gonna nail you to the wall for what you've done.
Maria.
To the wall.
Maria, that's enough.
God damn it, Lieutenant, you can't be in here.
Tell them what you just told me.
I reran the blood on the shirt that Captain LaGuerta discovered in the trash. It's definitely Hector Estrada's, but after going over it, I found an evidence number.
What evidence number?
The shirt you gave me with Estrada's blood on it is the shirt he was wearing the day he was brought in, back in '73. Things got a little rough, and the arresting officers broke his nose.
That's impossible.
I checked inventory. The shirt's missing.
What about his wallet?
Please don't kill the messenger. There was a partial print, and it's yours.
Are you trying to frame my brother?
Dead.
You son of a bitch. You set me up.
Maria.
Can I go now?
Yes, you can.
He did this. He's the Bay Harbor butcher. He has to be.
This witch hunt of yours is fucking over, and if you have a problem with it, Captain, we can take it upstairs.